Welcome to episode 11 of NerdFlow. I am Royalty.
It's your girl Tink.
And yo, it's your boy Young Fly than the rest.
If you haven't figured it out already, this is a podcast all about video games, anime, and comic book stuff. It's episode 11. Man, so finally got out of the Star Wars, what do you want to call it, news storm that we had last week. We actually got some good variety on the comic book end. Comic book is filled with a lot of Marvel stuff. It's just flowing. And video games is kind of like video games kind of flat because E3 is almost around the corner in about 2 months. So, but first,
yeah,
I know. Shoot,
I'm excited about this new issue of Black Panther coming out.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to. They say the trailers for there's some YouTube comic guys that I watch all the time. I think they said the trailer for Black Panther should be coming this summer. So I'm predicting.
I'm talking about the comic book.
Oh, the comic book. Okay. I'm talking about the movie.
Yo, and like I don't know who drawing Storm in Marvel, but dude got a serious fetish problem. Because he made Storm way too fine in this upcoming issue.
Don't all like comic book artists don't all comic book artists have a fetish when they draw women characters? I mean, anime is a good example.
I'm serious. Like they made Storm way too fine. Like made
that man like chocolate.
If they tried to make this Storm into try to get a real human character to play this Storm, I can't even they gotta go get an unknown super bad fine. Like I'm talking about, I can't even think of nobody that can play her, dog.
Oh wow.
Well, I didn't say Serena, but never mind. She pregnant, so never mind.
Like what's old boy name that's playing Chadwick? What's his name? Yeah, him.
That's him.
Yeah, Chadwick. Like if they tried to Black Panther 2, if he with Storm, you can't this chick gotta be way better than Halle Berry.
Oh yeah. That bar is long gone. The Halle Berry bar is not even a thing anymore.
This got to be
Halle Berry ain't Halle Berry no more.
Nope.
Yeah, but this got to be tall, slender. This got to be a tall, slender glass of chocolate milk.
Well,
fuck that. Hot cocoa.
Well, we know that ain't gonna happen because, Fox has X-Men rights, so we're not gonna see that whole relationship. It's gonna probably be something. They probably gonna do something different for Black Panther. Oh,
What they could do is put Storm in the movie and just call her Aura, because I don't never recall in the X-Men movies her being called Aura by nobody.
Yeah, they could do that. That's Marvel has their loopholes. They can. No, we didn't say you that part. You keep calling her Storm, but you can't. We gonna call her this over here. It's just like with the double use of Quicksilver. So. In which they straight up killed them off in the event. They boy didn't last no time. They kept the sister though, but they killed them real quick. They're like, Fox's Quicksilver is a whole lot better than y'all, so he funny. He ain't. But all right, man. Before we get into all the nerd news that we got going on, first of all, best way to support the NerdFlow podcast is, of course, to subscribe to the podcast on whatever service you choose to listen to it on. Leave comments, share it on your Facebook page. That's the best way. But you also got Patreon.com. Patreon.com is basically where you can get early episodes like this one early and bonus episodes. And we have some other perks on there as well. So if you want to support the NerdFlow podcast in a different way, you can go to patreon.com/NerdFlow. And then also, if you guys have any listener questions or anything of that sort, you can send your questions over to nerdflowpodcast@gmail.com. And this podcast is brought to you by lootcrate.com. You can go to trylootcrate.com/NerdFlow and get 10% off your first crate using promo code Bridge10. This month is actually in honor of Guardian. So, if you get your crate, if you order your crate before May 20th, you can get the crates actually would include things from a mixture of things from Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Wars, Destiny, and the Goonies. So go check that out. Let's see what else. Also, May 12th through the 14th, we will be at Comicpalooza. Actually, this trio that's on right now, excluding Checkmate because he's in Atlanta. Yeah, we will be at Comicpalooza on May 12th through the 14th. That is going to be if you're in the Houston area or you stay in Texas or you would like to travel to Texas to come to Comicpalooza. It is known as the biggest pop culture convention in the state of Texas. It is like, card is like so loaded. It is freaking ridiculous, man. This week they added somebody I did not expect. I know, the Comicpalooza, crew was teasing it and they haven't been teasing any like appearance. They just been, posting them on social media, Facebook, Twitter, stuff like that. But this one, they threw out some teasers on Twitter, like the legend, the myth, and come to find out who it was. It is Chuck Norris. So he's just been added to Comicpalooza as well. So I know I was a karate fan back in the day, so I ain't gonna sit here in front like that.
It doesn't excite me at all.
Of course, man. You're 31 years old. Of course you're not gonna be excited about Chuck Norris.
I think my favorite thing with Chuck Norris was when he was in Sidekicks.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that movie?
Mm-hmm.
That movie
Jonathan.
grade 8 ass.
I love that movie. It was with Jonathan Brandis, and he was like, he had asthma, and his hero was Chuck Norris. I think it was a hot movie. Well, I was a Jonathan Brandis fan too, so that kind of helped. But I think that was a cool movie.
Like the best, like the only thing I really give Chuck Norris are the Delta Force movies.
Yeah, shoot, those were the best. Shoot.
Other than that, like Chuck Norris was like all that fake ass karate. Yo.
Man, look, I'm pretty sure he can whoop you.
I know, right? Come on, Quinn.
No, it wasn't fake karate. It may perceive.
Let me see him kick a bullet.
Of course, genius, it would be that way. But if you do hands to hands, you're probably gonna lose. Pretty sure. All right, man.
Mr. G, thanks for the vote of confidence.
You are welcome, Mr. Positivity.
All right. That's all right. You get a hold of this Quinn's Master's ass whooping. Yes, I did just do that.
Yeah. I think I passed. All right, man. Let's kick it off with video games since that's pretty short. So this past week they announced Call of Duty, which is WW2, which is World War II. So they're kind of piggybacking off of Battlefield with the World War theme.
But one World at War, like they already do that with World at War?
But it's a different studio though. It's not this. World at War was done by your favorite studio that does Black Ops.
Okay.
So that was this one is done by Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer did I think Advanced Warfare. I think it was Advanced Warfare.
Did they do Advanced Warfare? As long as it ain't the folks that did Ghost, I'm good.
Is it their turn yet? I'm trying to think. No, I think the people who did Ghost, I think their turn is, I want to say it might be the same studio or it might be the studio that did Sledgehammer do Ghost? Now you got me. Now I want to freaking know.
I'm gonna have to. I think Sledgehammer did Ghost.
Let's see. Call of Duty Ghost.
I'm gonna literally have to see the game. And I ain't talking about. I don't want to see no trailers. I'm gonna have to see gameplay. Because I wasted my money on Ghost and Ghost 2.
It's saying, well, they're saying Ghost was they're saying Ghost was Infinity War. Yeah, it was Infinity War because I'm still looking at the cover right now. So that was the ones that did Ghost. Ghost, what we have now, I think Infinity War did the one we have right now, the space one, which that nobody likes. So they've bombed like twice.
So Infinity War did Infinite Warfare?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I sucked ass.
It's just, man, it's just.
So what is this gonna make this one different from all the other ones?
It's really with Call of Duty right now. Like, I think they went too far in the future to a certain extent. They just kept going, kept making it more, in a sense, more advanced warfare for the lack of the word. But they're kind of like just pulling it back to its roots, that's where it started at World War II. And then people got tired of seeing nothing but World War II shooters. And they was like, okay, we got to make this more modern.
Right. And then, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then the fact that, like, a lot of people got tired of all that wall running and, basically flying through the air and stuff like that. Like, a lot of people just wanted it to go back to, like, a basic shooter. But what I think Call of Duty should utilize is make the boards bigger and let you access vehicles. Like, that's the one thing that's always going to make Battlefield.
It's an arcade shooter, man. It's an arcade shooter at the end of the day. I mean, let's be honest, between that and Battlefield, it's basically that. It's an arcade shooter. It's fast paced. It's all about small maps. I can't count how many years people have been, kind of like wanting Call of Duty to have vehicles. If they ain't done it by now to make the gameplay different, they ain't gonna do it. Because, I mean, like what was it, Modern Warfare, the one they redid for this past, that they added on to Infinite Warfare, that was a prime example. They could have, the next one after that, they could have done some vehicles, but they decided not to go that route. I think with Call of Duty, again, what they need to do, they need to go to the multiplayer model like Battlefield. And like, I understand you giving us different studios, which is, they can say all they want to. Oh, it's a different take. No, it's the same thing. It's just reskinned with a different time period slapped on top of it. But it's just that they need to take the approach of, like, they really need to give people a break from this yearly thing and start doing like every other year with different. And on top of that, it'll give the studios already have enough time, which is the reason why they did it between 3 studios, is giving them more time to make it. But it's still, even with more time, it's still the same thing. There's some people tell me that are not fans of Call of Duty.
It's true, but just like, I feel like people have their preference when it comes to Call of Duty. Like me, I prefer Treyarch.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you too. And see, I didn't even until you mentioned it to me like that. Like, you telling me like only like the ones of Black Ops. When I thought about it, I'm like, yeah. I kind of do too. I think I only like those. I mean, Treyarch was kind of the one that innovated the whole. What was the system that they innovated? It was like with the customization. I forgot what it was. I want to say with the kill, not with the kill streaks, but it was like how it was tiered off, and you had points for, you can add a certain amount of perks to your loadouts. I think they innovated that. So they're the first ones to do that, and everybody else in the Call of Duty family kind of piggyback off of that feature.
And Treyarch looks less cartoony than the other two. Like, the other two companies look like they're poorly drawn, and the gameplay is a lot slower and grainier than Treyarch is, because you still got people, like, if I still have my PlayStation 3 and I put in Call of Duty Black Ops or something like that, people still playing, It's like, those communities don't dwindle off too fast.
No, not too much. Then you get a lot of hackers out there, and when everybody else move on to the next game. But I mean, as far as predictions for this, I know the reveal is going to be this Wednesday, so it'll be they said 2 p.m. Pacific, so it'll be 12 o'clock here. On CallOfDuty.com, where they'll be having the reveal, which is probably gonna be like a trailer or something like that, with showing a lot of gameplay, and probably giving us another date for multiplayer later on in the summer. See multiplayer at E3 during somebody's conference. Probably gonna be PlayStation, since the exclusive DLC is with PlayStation this generation.
And then October we'll get the beta. November we'll get the release.
Yeah. Hopefully it's good though. Hopefully, I mean, like you said, the whole wall running thing, I think people kind of got tired of that. That was a Titanfall thing, and they just like took it away from them. That was Titanfall's unique thing. And that's the same, they're under the same umbrella of Activision, and they took that feature away from Titanfall, what made Titanfall very unique of a game. And they just straight up stole that from them, and it kind of backfired to a certain extent. Now it has, cause people don't want that anymore from them. They just want a general multiplayer shooter.
But you know what? Speaking of Titanfall lets me know that there can be an actual, like, I wish somebody would develop an actual Gundam Gundam game where you can utilize all the different generations of Gundams, or like it is in that what's the DC game that you were playing?
You're talking about
Injustice 2. What's that, Injustice 2?
Yeah, Injustice. Yeah.
Yeah, make a Gundam game where you can, like, with your progression, you can build your Gundam up to make it stronger.
Yeah. Like,
you'll start off with a base model Gundam and work your way up to something like where you can, with the more points you gain from winning battles, online battles or something like that, you can customize till you get up to the status of like a Wing Gundam or Epion or something like that.
Yeah, I think that it's like certain mechanics that's in Titanfall makes that type of makes Gundam games like really possible. You can get very custom with it. And then the other thing is High Moon, which is the studio that did the Fall of Cybertron video game. They're under Activision. They're actually working on Destiny 2 stuff with Bungie. But since they're under that umbrella as well, they've done a Transformer game. So they can let them work with the Titanfall team, and they work together. Since they've done the Transformer, they've done Titanfall. There you go. And they can do a Gundam game real easy.
The difference between the Titans and the Gundams would be have the armament like a Titan would be as mobile as a Transformer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. That's a really cool idea for, with the Titanfall thing. That would be really cool to see that. I need to do more, I want to see more anime games other than just fighting games. That's how they seem to do
fighters.
That's how they seem to do with anime, is just fighting games. They don't do anything else with them. They try to take a little different step with Xenoverse and kind of add some RPG elements, but
you know what? And then, like, Xenoverse is the first Dragon Ball game I don't like.
No, I mean, I haven't picked up a Dragon Ball game since Budokai series.
I think, Tenkaichi was first, or was it Budokai that was first?
Budokai was first, then it turned into Tenkaichi.
I think I haven't played one since like the second Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
Because it just seemed like they just kept recycling the same storylines. Like, what I feel like they should do, what they should do is release Dragon Ball Heroes over here in America.
Yeah, I can see that.
Dragon Ball Heroes is a straight Japanese game.
Well, I think just do like a arcade game. I mean, it's the going thing right now because this past weekend they did the closed beta. I was trying to get into the closed beta for this Marvel Heroes Omega, which is basically like DC Online. that's been out for years, but it's Marvel. And that's supposed to be coming out this summer for PS4. It's gonna be a free to play game, just like DC Universe. That'll be on PlayStation. So I'm gonna try to jump into that. But I think they should do something like that with Dragon Ball. Kind of like
I tried to get into that DC Universe, but after you play Arkham Asylum, after you play all the Arkham games, you don't never want to play anything besides a platform like that when it comes to DC.
Well, I mean, it's an MMO, so it's a different format altogether. But yeah, with the Arkham games, yeah, that's a different thing with the Arkham games. They've done very well. Warner Brothers has kind of like got down the system that they got for those games as far as like with the fighting system. So like the Shadow of Mordor, the one that's Lord of the Rings, based off of the same fighting systems in that game as well. And so
that's cool. I need to play that.
And so is the Mad Max game too. Same fighting system.
Yo,
you're like
I think you were. I want to play Lord of the Rings game. I just want to play with Legolas.
You should come on my house and play Shadow of Mordor. You may like it because it's just like, imagine Arkham with the same fighting style, but having a sword and it's more gory. You can do executions and all that stuff. It's the same button system pretty much for the most part. I love that. I hate I waited so long to get it, but I like it.
What I want Tecmo to do is release a new Ninja Gaiden, like my boy Ryu.
Well, Ninja Theory. They've kind of hinted at that. I think it was like a week and a half ago. I watched something on YouTube. I think it was IGN or something like GameSpot, one of them. And they were hinting at like when I think somebody made a statement like when the time is right, we'll release another Ninja Gaiden. I want another Omnimusha. Bump that. That's PlayStation Classic right there.
Yeah, that is. Hey, but you can't, man. I've been playing Ninja Gaiden since Sega, man. So my thing is, that's like, to me, that's my ninja version of Mario. That's my ninja version of Sonic.
Yeah, that's what basically the Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all those games turn into, because they have those hard bosses. That's what Ninja Gaiden was based on pretty much. Is those very complicated, having to block a lot to encounter and all that stuff to beat the bosses.
But you know a game I wish they'll bring back though, like two. It's two games from Sega I wish they'll bring back. That's Shinobi and Turricane.
I don't remember that game.
You remember Super Turricane? Well, Turricane was on. Turricane was on Nintendo and SNES.
Okay, I didn't have SNES.
Google it right quick, and it might jog your memory. You see some pictures of it.
What is it called again?
Turricane. TU.
Oh, okay. No, well, I might have played that by accident. Okay, I see it. I might have played that. I can't recall, man. Back in the day when I was a kid, man, I was playing games and didn't know the name of half the games I was playing. I was just playing because I was getting the game. Shoot. All right, man. Last part on video games. I mean, right now, like we said, like video games this past couple of weeks has been kind of dry a little bit. I was going to give some, because typically in the summertime, I don't know why the video game industry has been this way for years, but like in the summertime, nobody really releases too much of anything that's worth anything. I mean, games come out, but they're not really, what do you say? They're not really a lot of good games, like a lot of AAA games that come out during going into the summer and stuff like that. Young, you got any games you want to recommend for people to pick up?
Well, like speaking of hard games, if you want a game that's gonna challenge you, if you haven't picked up Neo, that's shit. Like I'm only 7% done with the game. Like the only game I'm looking forward to doesn't come out until August, and that's Madden.
Yeah, you be doing that one. I've never been like a sports head for video games too much. I don't have the perception that everybody else has, like, oh, it's just the same game with updated roster. No, I don't feel that way. They do legitimately change a lot of stuff in Madden.
They legitimately changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was playing 17 because I have EA access on my Xbox One, and I was playing, and I was like, man, this is just like 17, man. They freaking was telling the damn story with the game. Like, they talking and narrating, doing the football game and all this other stuff. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm watching 30 for 30 on ESPN.
See, the thing is with stuff like Madden, like, I've been playing Madden since Nintendo, and you know, and then if you played a lot of sports growing up, you can read the plays, you know how to read the defenses. Yeah. Same way, I grew up on NBA Live, so like I'm not a 2K fan at all because I grew up on NBA Live. I haven't played NBA Live since 2007 though, and
Live still comes out. I mean, they came out with a Live last year.
Yeah, it sucks.
I know,
but
they should stop making them.
But yeah. I mean, I wish EA would have put as much stock into Live as they did into Madden and FIFA. You know what EA's bread and butter is if they can work out that old NCAA thing, March Madness, and bringing back March Madness. That would be that video game that for them that'll be their market for which would be college ball. If they can, work that whole thing out with paying players and all this other stuff, they can get that sorted out. NCAA is not going to let them pay players.
Well, they need to give it to the school or something. Donate it to charity.
The schools was getting cuts of it. The players said they don't want their likeness used if they can't get paid for it.
That's like
the NFL players get paid.
Yeah, but they won't. But the schools say they won't pay the players. It's like it's a conflict of interest when it comes to that. When it comes to that part.
To me, like being an athlete, I played ball in school. My thing is this: high school students don't make their school a lot of money. I mean, they make them money, but they don't make it to the extent colleges make them. Colleges think that just because they give you a free education, that's enough to cover you. No, those college athletes make those schools, especially the football and basketball players, with the TV money. With the TV money, all the endorsements and all that stuff, they make those schools billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. So what's wrong with giving those kids a stipend to live off of? You got kids playing college ball, they can't even afford to buy food when the cafeteria closes.
Yeah,
they can't even buy clothes to put on their backs. And if somebody want to help them buy clothes, they'll lose their scholarship. You can't do nothing to help those kids. So what's wrong with getting them a stipend to live off of? You know what I'm saying?
Especially off a video game and just getting some video game royalties. That's not gonna hurt nothing. At least I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. But
they sell jerseys with these kids' names on it.
Yeah, and that's the same thing as taking your likeness. It's using your name. You own your name.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's retarded. That's the retarded part.
Those kids are basically slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They play ball. They playing ball to get to the NBA or the NFL just so they can take care of themselves and their families. And then think about today's age. A lot of college students, a lot of the college athletes, especially the guys, got kids now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like playing free ball ain't putting milk in bottles, ain't putting Pampers on butts. You feel me?
Yep. But yeah, man. But yeah, they should. Like again, they need to work that out for real.
Paying these coaches millions of dollars, and you paying the school presidents getting money and all that right there. These people are eating off these kids.
Mm-hmm. So it's been going on for a long time, man. Long time as far as NCAA. So, let's see some other games. Let's see what else. What game am I playing right now? That I can't even think of the game right now. My mind just went straight blank. Well, I know Injustice is coming. Injustice 2 is coming out May 16th. I'll definitely be copping that and playing that day one. That'll be holding me over throughout the summer till Destiny 2 drops. Let's see what else is coming out.
What you been up to? What you been playing?
Well, I haven't been playing anything lately. I'm still on my Black Ops, trying to catch up. Just catching up on my Black Ops.
I re-downloaded mine. I just haven't even played it yet because I said I'm like, if I ever get the urge, I don't want to have to wait for it to download. So I just loaded it up and just got it there. I need to get back into Black Ops 2 just for a little bit.
That's for a little bit.
Well, Black Ops 3. When I
have to get back used to.
I was going to say we on Black Ops 3, bro.
That's what I had to think for a second. I'm like, hold on. Yeah, hold on, Roy. The logo for the game is a 3, man. It's not 2.
You had to make me think. I was like, damn, I thought we were past 2.
Man, but yeah. So some other games. Segue into quick news real quick. We got Dragon Quest, what is it? Dragon Quest Heroes is dropping. Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is dropping tomorrow. Demos available on PSN right now. I played it over the weekend. It's pretty good. I mean, like Checkmate was saying, it's basically like it's similar to like your Dynasty Wars a little bit, with fighting like a lot of mobs of enemies, but you get to bounce in between. At least in the demo, I've never played a Dragon Quest game, but you can bounce in between. You can bounce in between your characters that look like they're kind of like more like class based and stuff like that. So you can bounce. But so far so good, man. My son was loving it when I was playing that game. Every time he see the logo for the game on my home screen, my PSN, he wants to go to this game. But I already beat the demo, so I don't play it no more.
Another game is J-Stars All Stars.
What is that? J-Stars All Stars.
This is like the ultimate anime fighting game. Like it has like pretty much like almost any anime character that you can think of that's a fighter is in this game.
Is it a console? Wow. This is a console game?
Huh?
This is a console game?
Yeah.
Really? I never
like it's special order.
Huh. My boy almost got a GoFundMe or Kickstarter for that one because a lot of licenses involved in getting something like that.
You order it from Japan.
Oh, okay. I'm like finna say, man. I'm like, I'm waiting for somebody to make them. I'm waiting for somebody to make a Mugen fighting game and just have everybody.
That's basically all it is. J-Star All Star is basically anime Mugen, like literally. And I mean, you got Naruto, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, like all these animes. It's a whole lot of anime. Some you probably never heard of. Like all these characters are in this game. It's in Japanese. So, you basically picking your character off a picture if you can't read Japanese.
I'm waiting on, since Namco has all the anime licenses for a lot of these anime fighting games, I'm waiting for them to do like a Super Smash Brothers version of an anime fighting game. Like some of the best fight. I think that's something they should do next, man. Cause you only can do anime fighting games so much. Make it different.
And like what they need to do is just change it. It's because every Naruto game, every Dragon Ball game, it's the same storyline. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like Naruto has something different it can do now with Boruto, and Dragon Ball has something different it can do with the characters from the Dragon Ball Super series. But at the same time, they always gonna go back to the beginning and start off with the Saiyan saga because they're going to always start off at the beginning of Z. They never go back and start off with the Dragon Ball series. They always start off with the beginning of Z.
They should, because they've never done that. That'll be something, it'll just make the game different if they did it that way.
Yeah, like in the story mode, grow Goku up.
Yeah.
And then go through all that. Mm-hmm. Like, just start off with Dragon Ball and go through the whole series.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. I completely agree with that.
And with the fact GT not being canon anymore, not being considered canon in the movies and stuff. Like we won't see Gogeta, we won't see Super Saiyan 4, and then there's the debate, which is I'm trying to remember during the Buu saga. Did Gotenks go Super Saiyan 3 in the Buu saga?
I think so, because I remember being able to do it in the game when the Budokai games was out. I think he did go 3.
Okay, so it just him going 3 wasn't just a movie thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, because they try it's this debate now in those Dragon Ball community if Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is canon or not. And I've been arguing that it is canon because I kept on thinking, like, I know I seen him go 3 in the because he saw Goku go 3. Mm-hmm. Goku showed them his third stage on Kami's Lookout. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, I could have sworn they did, because that's when they had him. Because I mean, freaking short as heck, so his hair was like freaking touching the freaking ground. So yeah, I think I remember doing. I remember that. Yeah, I think I want to say he did, because like I said, I just really remember from the game when I would do the transformations.
Yeah, I mean the games had a lot of transformations in there that wasn't canon, you know. Yeah, but the fact that Gogeta is not canon is because he showed up in the movies, you know, and he was in GT, kind of like pissed me off. Yeah. Because I like Gogeta better than I like Vegito. Yeah. And it's not because Goku name comes first.
I didn't say nothing. You said it, not me.
No, that's what, you know, that's what a lot of people in the, like I'm in some Dragon Ball chats, and a lot of people is like, oh, people like Gogeta first because Goku names come first, when that's really not the reason. It's just the fact that fusion is like, it's a completely different move set, you know what I'm saying, than Goku and Vegeta have.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm sure I like the Gogeta better, and it just the look was overall better to me compared to the other one. Yeah, that's the reason I liked it. Let me see, 2 more things on quick news before we head over to anime. Prey drops next Friday as well. Some gameplay, some tidbits I heard from the IGN crew. Prey is kind of like, it's similar to, they compared it to similar to like a BioShock, but there are choices and decisions you make that you can be either more human or more alien based on the choices you make. And the ship is AI, so it depends on if you're more, I think they were saying like if you're more alien, the ship tends to turn against you and some other things and stuff like that. So it has a lot of decision making in the game itself, which when I heard that, it kind of enticed me a little bit. So, you know, I'm thinking I may not get it day one, but I may pick it up depending on how that summer go. I can go through games. Then we got, Xbox One games for goals announced for the month of May. We got we got Lara Croft. I can never try to think of the name of this. Lara Croft, the Temple of Osiris. You got Star Wars, Force Unleashed 2 for free. You got Star Wars, the complete saga. Kind of Star Wars it up on this one. And whatever this game is, Gagina, Sisling, Twisted, something, some weird game. But yeah, get all those for free if you signed up for Xbox Gold. PSN has not announced their game. At least I don't recall them announcing their games for the month of May yet, which they probably will, probably by tomorrow. And we'll probably tell you next week. Young, what you got for recap on Dragon Ball Super and Boruto?
Okay, Dragon Ball Super, we still ain't made it to the Tournament of Power yet. He just finished recruiting Android 17. So basically the team is Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Android 18, Android 17, Krillin, Master Roshi. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. But I gotta catch up, man.
Like that shit got.
No, I said, man, I got to catch up because I was like watching a lot of my, I was watching it on, what's the app I told you about, the VRV app that has it with the subtitles. I was like plowing through a bunch of those, and then I just got busy and hadn't had a chance to. So I gotta catch up, trying to catch up to current.
And I forgot about Vegeta too, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like they should have got Tien instead of Roshi though, to be on the team. But Tien has gone off the train and focused on more on being an enlightened person than a fighter now. That's basically all that's going on right now. It's just filler episode, you know.
Yeah, we all know how that goes, especially in a lot of shows. I know one thing, guys, on NerdFlow, I know you guys probably want to why don't they talk about like Arrow and Flash and stuff like that and Gotham? Man, I'm completely honest. We haven't talked about it because I'm like so behind. I ain't even watched none of this season of Gotham.
Oh man,
I'm caught up on.
I need to catch up on Gotham too.
Yeah, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Bruce is caught up. He's now doing his training right now, so he's like getting a little darker and not as innocent as he was portrayed before. So
yeah, see, I know.
Yeah, we got to definitely catch up on Gotham.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about that. We'll talking about a lot of that stuff going into like the fall when they come back. Once we've all have caught up. So once all of his Netflix.
I got a long way to go on Gotham. Like last time I watched Gotham was like the last episode of the first season. Like I binge watched the first 2 seasons of The Flash, and that was it. Never even started Arrow. I see Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna be focusing on Hydra this season, and I've never watched one episode of that.
No, that's pretty. Once you get, I'll say this much because a lot of people say, like first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. it's man. Once you make it through the first season, it gets really good. They picked it up. They really picked it up going into 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. So you just got to make it through the first season, and the rest of it gets better. So,
but coming up on finishing up anime with Boruto, it's just episode 3. It was kind of like a filler episode. I guess this kid is Rock Lee's son. His name is Metal, and him and Shikigami, who is damn, what's the old boy name? The dude that say "What a Drag." I keep forgetting his name. Come on, Neely. Shikamaru, his son. Yeah, they butted heads, it wasn't really nothing to do with Boruto this episode. It was mostly between Shikigami and Metal. So
yeah, they're trying to give like a new introduction of the new kids and trying to take it off of Boruto right now.
Right. I mean, I'm watching it. I'm just waiting for Sasuke to come back in the picture.
Right. I'm reading the manga just so I can catch up and get ahead on the episodes, because the episodes don't take forever and a day to catch up to the manga anyway.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's going to be a while before he comes back into it. Before he comes back into the episode.
We talking about like probably like 50, 60 episodes in.
And exactly. And no telling the fillers they're going to put in. Oh, man.
And so they're like, in anime time, that's like a year.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I know what my one beef is with anime. It's not the filler episodes. It's not how long it takes to get to the point. It's that you have some real good animes out there, and they give you one season, and that's it. Or they'll give you 2 seasons, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the name of the anime? Like, to me, like High School DD, High School of the Dead, Valkyrie, what's that? What is it called? Witch Hunter?
Witchblade?
I think so.
No.
No, I think it's Witch Hunter or something like that. And like, I just started getting into Hunter x Hunter, and like, I've always been into Gundam and stuff like that. But like, Japan got a lot of anime. Like, I'm still watching Fairy Tail. Mm-hmm. Like it's so many anime out there that, you know, they only give you 1 or 2 seasons of it, and it's gone. Like, for real. Like, and they say it's because of the funding over there. A lot, you know, you just get like, I hate the way Bleach ended. I hate the way the Bleach anime ended. You know what I'm saying? The manga's still going. Like, the mangas, you got all the mangas still going, but then, you know, you still want to see the anime. I mean, even though you read the manga, you know, you want to see the action too.
Yep.
I mean, that's why I'm just elated about the continuing story in the Naruto series and the Dragon Ball series and stuff like that, because it's not based off popularity. You know, you got a lot of them that's like cult sensations, like Afro Samurai. Like, Afro Samurai is a cult sensation.
Yeah, because he was gone for a while, and they brought him back.
And they got like that, like, that's Samuel Jackson's pet. Like, Afro Samurai is his thing. That's just like, to me, like the Boondocks. Like,
You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
The Boondocks is an anime. To a lot of people who don't know it, the Boondocks is an anime.
Yeah, you can go. That's in the realm of anime. I would love
because of the way it's drawn. Mm-hmm. It's drawn in the anime style.
Yeah, man, I wish we can get another season of that. Man, be perfect right now, especially with everything.
Like, I already see a storyline, like you making Huey and Riley a little bit older. You know, you don't have to get Regina King to play their voices because they'll be older, so they can have a little deeper voices. I mean, Granddad can be. I mean, I don't know, man.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work if it ain't got John Witherspoon, man. We gotta. Yeah.
I just know I want to see Huey and Riley a little bit older.
Yeah, the comedic timing is just we gotta at least have that. We gonna you know, unless Regina King can really morph her voice to be a little bit deeper for Riley and Huey when they get older. Which I can't.
That Charlie Murphy did, that mean no more Ed Winslow III.
Yep, that is very true. Well, yeah.
Unless Eddie Murphy do his voice, because Eddie Murphy can sound just like his brother.
Yeah, they sound about the same. Right. So that could be a possibility.
We can get Eddie to do it. Do you guys remember Spawn being the cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I got that whole series.
Man, people were saying, I was watching this video. It's this I can't even think of the name of the channel I'm subscribed to for it. It's like they were talking about like the most cult favorite movies, but like did bad. And it was like Spawn was like on that list, like as the #1 movie that people would like to see remade, but it got bad reviews. Like, it's crazy. Like, a lot of the movies like Spawn and like the Super Mario Brothers that people like, it got horrible ratings, but as kids, man, we just like, no, that joke was the best. It was the best thing in the world. It's crazy.
They literally, like, to me, that Mario Brothers movie.
Looking back on Mario Brothers, that movie was horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. That was complete fuckery.
Yeah.
If I may be blunt about it. That was just like, they screw over that movie like they screw over the Street Fighter movie and the second Mortal Kombat movie.
Second Mortal Kombat was the
best video game movie ever made.
Second video, I mean, Prince of Persia is like the best video game movie of all time, but to me.
Okay, who won from Double Dragon and Mortal Kombat? Which one was the better movie?
Man, I forgot about Double Dragon movie.
Mortal Kombat, because to me, it stuck more to the first Mortal Kombat movie. To me, stuck more to the game. That Double Dragon movie didn't stick to the game because Billy and Jimmy Lee was supposed to have swords, not medallions.
I completely forgot about that movie. Man, that's throwback. That's like super old.
Exactly.
I didn't think about that.
Like with those, that's why I say, like, look at the Tekken movie sucked. The Dead or Alive movie sucked.
The Tekken movie, we talking about the one that didn't come out, because it didn't come out to theaters. It was like went straight to digital download and stuff like that. No, that movie had a little bit potential compared to, it was better than what I thought it was going to be, being it didn't come out on a larger scale. On a larger scale. So, I mean,
Silent Hill movies sucked.
Silent Hill movies did not suck. Silent Hill movies did not suck. I'm sorry.
I was kind of crazy about that first one.
Yeah, the first one was good. The second one, yes, okay, I'll give you that one. But the first one,
the only thing that was good about the first one was when the big pyramid head dude snatched the skin off the girl. That was the only thing that was good about that whole movie.
But here's the thing though, it's like with video game movies, the only thing we really want to see it stuck to what the game was about. And it presented that in a movie format. Now, if you want to get mad at a movie, but it does very, very well, Resident Evil. There ain't no Allison and nowhere in the world of Resident Evil. But guess what? We eat those movies up and they love it like it's nothing. But the true main characters are like the people who are they're not even the main characters. Like Claire's there, Chris Redfield, but they're not the main characters. But we all know, why is nobody mad at Resident Evil because of that? Because in a sense, those main characters are not even the main characters of the actual movie. It's not even really about them. I wish it was.
I never even watched those movies.
Never. Well, just so you know, Allison, her character she plays ain't in Resident Evil at all. I'm pretty sure you know that though. I mean, she's genetically modified, as the character itself, and made essentially just for the movies only. She's not in the games. I wish the movies were more kind of like stuck to. I would have loved to seen Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 5 as like in a movie format. That would have been I think that would have been a good movie.
So I got this question. I already know what Neely gonna say, but you, as far as what's the one anime you want to see done into a live action movie and done right?
Live action movie?
One anime.
Can I name two? I have two. Can I name two? Because I have two.
Okay, yeah.
I would say, well, I ain't gonna say the obvious answer, so I'm gonna go to my next one because everybody know the obvious answer. What we all, probably three of us, want to see done right. But I would say Trigun, and I mean Devil May Cry doesn't really count as an anime because it started as a video game, but it does have an anime, so I would say Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I would like to see there was those two done too. You, Neely? I know don't say your obvious answer.
Because my original, my first choice is Dragon Ball, but I'm going to digress on that one.
I know, right? My first choice is Naruto all the way.
Yeah.
But I really want to see a live action Final Fantasy.
That'll be that. And who would have to do that to make it like correct? James Cameron.
Cameron would have to do that.
He's the only one that can do those big worlds that can actually do them right.
Imagine do a storyline. They need to do Final Fantasy VII story.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I'm saying, like, look at Avatar and look at the backdrop for Final Fantasy VII. He could do that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That city, James Cameron could do that. Could do that movie, no problem.
Yep.
But what I would want to see, other than Dragon Ball and Naruto, I would want to see Bleach done, and I would like to see a live action Gundam done. Yeah, what makes me think a live action Gundam could be done is Transformers and Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, they need to, like, bring on Voltron, because they've already had, seemed like they were trying to make one. They did. They snuck out, like, I don't know if they were real pictures or not, but it looked like they were real. They need to come on with the big robot movies, man, because we on like Transformer 6, 5, or whatever number we on right now. We need some variety.
Because Pacific Rim sucked as a movie, but
they say, I mean, some people say it was really good. That's why it's getting a sequel. So, I mean, it did decent. So,
did you guys get a chance to see Power Rangers?
Yeah, I saw it.
Not me. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about Megazord. I know what you're getting at.
That's exactly what came to my mind as soon as I saw it. I was like, okay, Pacific Rim. Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what? That's what made, as far when it comes to the Zord aspect of it, the original movies were a lot better with the Zord aspect of it.
Oh yeah. They did that a whole lot better.
Now, as far as the characters, though, I like the newer movie characters better.
Yeah.
I agree. And it's not because of my hatred of Tommy. It's because these characters are so much different than the bubblegum stuff that we were brought up with.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they were like troublemakers. I don't know. Yeah. I just did.
They weren't all goody two shoes that knew karate.
Right.
And like and like the dope part of it is, even though Jason the leader, it's like Billy, who is the black guy, like everything, he's the catalyst for everything. Like Billy makes everything happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, don't give me no spoiler dice, ain't it? Don't be.
Sorry.
Don't do me like that.
Bad, but he kicked straight ass in there too.
I'm about to get away.
And the fact that they had to. Well, okay, I'm not going to give away nothing else.
Yeah, no spoilers. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to comic books now before we get too deep into Power Ranger conversation. All right, we kind of missed this particular topic last week. Josh Brolin casted as Cable. Well, probably 2 weeks ago, whichever one. I know. Of all people, we chose Thanos to play Cable.
Oh my god!
Now he's playing.
So this isn't gonna affect like his. Oh goodness!
Because Thanos is only
like dude that played Hellboy should have been playing Cable.
Yes, I know. Man, my mind went blank on his name. He has such a simple name. What is his name? I can't think of his name right now. Man, mine went blank. Played on Sons of Anarchy and everything. I can't think of his name right now. God, mine went blank. Somebody gonna correct. Somebody gonna probably is saying it. Probably will say it right now when they listen to this episode. But no, man, I don't think it's gonna affect anything.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Ron Perlman. I don't think it's gonna.
He should have been Cable.
Yeah, I know.
He should have been Cable.
I completely agree. I don't think it's gonna affect anything because how they are filming Infinity War. And things like that. I mean, yeah, it's Fox, yes, but he's still two characters in the MCU. And I think, at least to my knowledge, how the tidbits of information that we get about Infinity War, that Thanos is only going to be the antagonist for, those two movies. And then probably he may show up in the new Guardians of the Galaxy next week, of course, as well. But
I mean, it's no different than Johnny Storm being Captain America.
But that's after the movie franchise is over and done with, and it hadn't been done. When did Fantastic Four come out?
Fantastic Four came out in like 2002.
Yeah, so that was like long. But they got two movies going on at the same time. There's going to be like Deadpool comes out and it's a segue into this Fox release dates. Deadpool 2 comes out next year, June 1st,
right?
And then Infinity War comes out next year. The first part comes out next year. So he's going to be in two movies next summer.
So, like, didn't dude that played Green Lantern, didn't he play another superhero?
Before he played Green Lantern?
Still after the fact.
It's still after the
Ryan
fact.
Reynolds.
Yeah, I know what I know what you're getting. Everybody's pointed that out for
Ryan Reynolds is
Deadpool. Yeah.
Right. And that was like another couple of years after.
Yeah, that was like the movie once the movie franchise died.
We're talking about at the same time. Like he's filming Infinity War right now, and now he's cast as Cable, which is due next year. Like it's just that's gonna be a lot of. I'm pretty sure they're gonna work it out, but dang.
You're just giving us the same. Just giving us the same. Yeah. I mean, and other people's point to it was like, well, it's only really using his face likeness is really mostly CG because of the size of Thanos. He can't really play the character legitimately. It's mostly CG. It's just his voice and the face is kind of like his expressions and stuff like that. It's kind of like what he's really playing. So I guess if you don't really know, too much, you kind of can like not think it's him, but I mean, we know it's him. So, but yeah, on the Fox News, not Fox News, but the Fox Movies releases, they've announced the dates for New Mutants, which is going to drop April 13th, 2018. Deadpool 2 is going to drop June 1st. And then X-Men Dark Phoenix, will drop November 2nd of 2018. That's all I got to say about Dark Phoenix, and then we'll move on. I hope that they pull from X-Men animated series that whole little, I don't know, it was a 3-part, 4-part, 6-part series that they had in the X-Men animated. If they can pull something from that where, like, I don't know, the X-Men go into space and all this other stuff with the whole Phoenix saga, I hope they go that route. That's all I'm going to say about that. Cause that was like my favorite growing up watching that saga. I just hope they don't make Cyclops like they did in X-Men Last Stand. She freaking vaporized his tail. Crying so doggone much.
I think they're gonna go with like the last X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, because she did show the powers a little bit there when she. So hopefully it's a more positive and not the end of the world type thing. Yeah, right. Because Last Stand was like literally apocalypse for them, like really apocalypse, killed everybody. Then we got Marvel. Some new shows are coming to Freeform, which for those was like the former Fox, ABC Family is what it was. So you got Marvel New Warriors coming to Freeform. There hasn't been a trailer for that, but that kind of got lumped in with the Cloak and Dagger trailer that came out last week. For the most part, I mean, Cloak and Dagger is really confusing. A lot of people don't understand that particular comic book too well. I would recommend going over to IGN and checking out the article they have on it. It explains the relationship and how those characters work. It's a superhero couple pretty much. She's the only one that can really be with him because she's the opposite of what he is. He's light, she's dark. So, Superman prequel to Krypton coming to Syfy. I don't know how I feel about it.
This is the terrible network for it to come on.
Thank you. This is where C horror movies come to live on Syfy. And
if they were gonna do a Krypton, like CW would be the home.
Yep.
Because that's where everybody else is. And oh gosh, they
just probably like CW's getting too crowded. But it's supposed to be more on not his father's, but his father's father, which is basically his grandfather. And they're saying this ties into the DCEU somehow. And I'm like, oh, but y'all won't tie in none of the good shows. Are you gonna tie in this one? That's on Syfy.
Right.
So we're gonna see how this works and plays out. I don't think it's going. I'm gonna try to watch it. Hopefully it's good. But I have very low expectations for this Krypton show.
I wonder now, like since they doing like all these, what is it? They redoing storylines and stuff. Like, is DC killing off the Wonder Twins and a lot of other people that was in the Justice League, like Apache Chief and all those cats like that, or what?
I mean, I wouldn't say for sure if they're doing it, because I'll tell you, the show that you would want to watch is DC Legends of Tomorrow, because this past season that's on Netflix right now, they have the Justice Society on there. That showed up in the very first, and I think they're part of that whole season. You'll probably see more of a good rogue gallery of like DC characters on that show more than you would see on some of these other shows. I mean, you'll see some drop here and there, but unless they're like villains of the Flash or Arrow or something like that, but you'll see they already said they're throwing out predictions for DC Legends of Tomorrow for the third season, who's going to show up in there and all this other stuff. So, so that'll probably be a show you probably want to watch, young, to kind of see all of that. Cause they got it's a good show though. It's basically it's almost like their version of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it started out better. Then we got, Batman films for 2019. They're saying it's going to be 6 separate Batman films. Now,
oh jeez,
some people reading this probably like, we're going to get 6 Batman movies in 2019. I don't think they're going to do that. I think it's going to be movies that's going to be out of the Batman universe, like Nightwing, Batgirl, Batman movie, Gotham Sirens, which they've kind of like hinted at too. I can't think of nothing. I can't think of no other characters that they would.
I really think Terry McGinnis should make an appearance.
No, I think they're gonna do some version of a. I think, honestly, like with the whole DCEU on CW, since Gotham we're never gonna see the light of day of it actually being a Batman or anything like that, or anything of the sorts. I think they should do I think Robin should get a show or something like that. Or like I would say like Robin should get like a show on CW. Something, man. I think Gotham needs to be somewhere in there that we keep skipping over it. And they kind of have to dance around it.
We should get at least a Batman Beyond movie or something.
Speaking of Terry McGinnis, the voice actor who played him is going to be at Comicpalooza as well.
Sure is.
Frito.
Yep.
Yo, Boy Meets World, Big Brother.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I did not know that till they showed him as a guest. I did not know that.
I learned that a long time ago.
Yeah, I wasn't really caring about who played people behind the voices as a kid, man. It's just, I could have cared less as a teenager or even younger than that. So, let's see what else we got. MCU. They're saying the MCU will be different after Avengers 4. It's kind of like the prediction that we made on last week's show. That I think is going to be more of I think Captain America's going to die. I think either Bucky's going to wield the shield or either Falcon's going to do it. They're going to probably go into that ultimate world. Also think that, what's her name? What's Thor's girlfriend? What's her name?
Valkyrie.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one. I think we're going to get the Black Iron Woman. I think we're going to get the Black Iron Woman. I think we're going to get like the alternate versions, Miles Morales, all that stuff. I think Captain Marvel's going to end up being the leader of the new Avengers or the Avengers, after this Infinity War, because they already finna get ready to introduce, Captain Marvel anyway. So she's already been casted. So
I just need them to add Shazam.
Shazam movie is probably not going to happen for DC. They're going with, I'm hearing that the next Man of Steel, that the villain is going to be Black Adam, which is going to be played by The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody you put as Shazam is going to get overshadowed by The Rock automatically. It's not going, the movie's not going to do good. It's going to be all about the villain because he just has that star power. So, him playing a villain would be something different because he's never really played a villain. So, and I think he'll do really good as Black Adam. So, but that's the rumor that we're hearing, that for Man of Steel 3 is going to be, Black Adam is going to be the villain for Superman, which is different. It's different take from everything else. I'm glad they're not going like with, Metallo or nothing like that, because I don't know. I don't think that character would hold up. I think if they did like some of the smaller villains, it wouldn't be. They would end up committing the Spider-Man and Batman rogue gallery problem, which they probably end up stacking like 2 or 3 villains in the movie because the villain wouldn't be as big on a grand scale. So I think Black Adam would be good. I think that's it for. I think that's it for comic books. But speaking of, since I mentioned Captain Marvel, aka Miss Marvel, Ultimate Battle this week is Miss Marvel versus Wonder Woman. I need to pull up the poll first, but any takes on who y'all think gonna win?
Wonder Woman.
It's a huh? I said I never even made a decision, but I really would like Captain Marvel to win that one.
I'm gonna say Captain Marvel myself. I'm gonna tell you, even though I like Wonder Woman, because a lot of people don't know a lot about Miss Marvel, aka Captain Marvel. A lot of people don't know a lot about her because she can absorb straight energy, like from anything that's thrown at her, and she can send it right back. So that's part of the problem I see with this particular fight with, Wonder Woman having a hard time with fighting her. I mean, I know Miss Wonder Woman doesn't take out any energy or anything like that, but I'm like wondering how would that rope of truth work on Miss Marvel in any form anyway. But as far as the poll we did on Google Plus, for this battle, Wonder Woman won with 68%, Miss Marvel 32%. So, and again, I think a lot of that comes due to the fact that people know Wonder Woman more than they know Miss Marvel. And I think once they come out with it, but once they come out, I want to do this poll again I say probably a year from now, because Captain Marvel will be out in, I think it's supposed to be either 2019 or either next year. I think this when it's slated to come out. I like to do this poll again since we would have had a Wonder Woman movie and a Captain Marvel movie, and see what the results be any different, because people would know those characters a whole lot better and know their powers and abilities by then. So, but yeah, man, I think that's let's see how long we've been doing. Okay, about an hour and 12 minutes. Didn't feel like it. Anybody got anything else before we shut it down for episode 11?
Nah, that's it for me, man.
Okay. But yeah, guys, again, with NerdFlow, please make sure you guys, if you're in the Houston area or in Texas in general, or you just a nerd just like we are, please head over to Comicpalooza.com to pick up your ticket and your passes for Comicpalooza. You can also catch this show every single Thursday on Springer, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music. Please make sure you guys head over to Facebook.com/NerdFlow Podcast. Like the show. We'll be doing streams here and there on our Twitch channel, which is going to be NerdFlow Gaming, and make sure you guys head over to our YouTube channel. And that is it for episode 11, folks.
Holla!
Deuces.